Right, so I'm gonna go through Meyer's first dagger technique. Now, it's probably one of the techniques that most people have practiced in his dagger manual. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to show my line of reasoning and why I've come to the conclusions that I have. And in order to do that, I have to clarify some assumptions and premises for the technique. Now, assumptions are dangerous, but I think these assumptions are relatively safe to make, but I still feel that I should clarify them. So the first assumption is that Meyer was not an idiot. All right? He knew what he was doing. It was not a case of nepotism that resulted in Meyers recommending him to the imperial court. He actually knew what he was doing. He was a good instructor, and he knew what he was doing when he was writing the manual. Now, we know that the dagger manual is not complete. There is he actually says so that he was planning on writing more, and we can see that there are depictions of techniques that he does not describe in the manual. But the ones that he did describe, I think, are the ones that he thinks are the most important. And by important, I mean the ones that are the most useful in as many circumstances as possible. And he starts with one that really shows you a lot. Now, I'm also going to make the assumption that he kind of let some stuff out. We know that he left some stuff out, but that he did it actually on purpose in order to trigger the student to come up with conclusions on his own. Because that is a very tried and proven method for pedagogical method for teaching people. So by making these assumptions, I'm going to try to show you how I interpret this based on these assumptions and the premise that it is all based on Oberhut. It's easy to ignore, but Oberhut is the foundation of the first technique. If there is no Oberhut, there is no first technique. That's important to remember. All right, so I hope you enjoy what I'm going to show you, and see you soon, okay? So the premise is the Oberhut. Now I cannot ignore the Oberhut because he is effectively denying me entry in a straight line of attack. That would be like running into his ox or pflug if this was long. So I cannot go this way. What's good about that is that it dictates distance. It doesn't matter if I start here or if I start here. It has nothing to do with it. And it does, because the distance is dictated by the technique. So look, if I'm going to get past this one and attack him from his left, I'm going to have to step out here, step out, and come in here. And that's the only distance where I will hit him, is here. Now that means that it doesn't matter. I will not get more power from starting here, because I will still have to run and go in here to get here. So the distance is dictated by the technique. And I'm working on the premise that he's standing in the Oberhut because that's what the manual says. He's standing in Oberhut. So he's denying me entry this way. That means that when I come out here, all he has to do is to take a circle step backwards and put his hand here in order to stop. Okay? So when I'm going in, he's blocking me here. Okay? Now, back to why is the distance important? So he's coming in to attack me. He's stepping out 45 degrees here and stepping back behind with his leg. They're coming in here to attack me. Right? So he's coming in here to attack me. I'm blocking him here. Now the thing is, when I go over and pull him here, look, if I'm here, if I'm at this distance, it's okay to be standing still in my opinion. But here I'm almost too far away from his face, you see? I'm going to have a hard time about hitting him from this position. Sometimes this will happen here. I will pull him and I will get here. The problem here is that I'm too close to the shoulder, so that really hitting him with the pommel is not my optimal weapon, because from this position I could just as easily go back here and skewer him here, or some other fancy thing. So because he's coming in, I choose to step back, because that pulls him into a perfect position for me to hit here, right? Now I'm in a position where it's comfortable and useful for me to hit him. Here's it's about the best thing I can do. That's why I believe that this step, even though it isn't hit here, it's about the most useful thing I can do. Now, the next thing that this makes is that if he's standing here and he's going to go past me, you see, I can just modify my position and still threaten him, which is what usually happens when you spar from this. He's going to try to get it in. I'm going to still threaten him. He's not going to want to go in. So he's going to have to deal with that. What he can do is he can feint the step that direction first, so that I will open up for him. Right? That's one way of doing it. The other way is he's standing in his Oberhut, and I'm wanting to, because when I come here, he'll just follow me. But he's just adjusting his position. So he's still threatening me. He's still threatening me here. So what I want to do then is I will go to one of the other techniques, because I think that we have to look into see the techniques as useful in more than one situation. So when I'm here and I want to pass him, I will go in and I will move him here. Now I can go directly into the pommel strike, or of course I can attack him here, but he will block me by holding him up. If he blocks me here, I'm going to have to rotate in and skewer him this way. But if I'm smart, I will, when I go here, be tight in, so that if he comes here, I'm still in a good position. You see here? I know that's breaking the manual. But he's standing here. When I'm coming in, I'm bringing him down here so that I will come in. Now he's stopping me, that's okay. I can go here, or he's stopping me, I will go and destroy his elbow. Or I will go in and I will do the takedown. That is described later on. So these are some of my thoughts on this subject. All right.